I don't know.
Oh, good. I get to spam Chris. Chris is talking in universe chat, so you may have to scroll into that and see what's going on.
Oh.
All right, quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of... What is this? And what are we doing here?
It's lunch. Whether you eat lunch or not, because we
Laz
don't.
Laz and Jack, where we...
Jazz and Lack, what?
Interpret some news so you don't have to. I'm lacking something.
Lack and Jazz?
I think I'm lacking a clue, but yeah. That's why we interpret the news.
Well. Yes, we interpret the news, and we welcome all your comments. Hello out there. I see everybody piling in already. Botox, hello. Bridge Troll, hello. Bosh, hello. I see Hex lurking out there on Dracos, and a few others already rolling in. And Bridge Troll's giving us a warning already. He's opinionated today. Opinionated. We're opinionated every day. You're opinionated every day.
Extra opinionated?
Extra opinionated. Oh, yes. With extra opinion today. Absolutely. Here on Whacked Out Wednesday is if you hear any really strange noises, because my pool is being poured in the background right here while we're doing the show today. So I apologize in advance if y'all hear any of that. Jack says he doesn't hear it. Yeah, it is. It's what it is. And hey, before you know it, I'm going to have a parade of people going to and from the pool while I'll be doing the show, you know.
Yeah, at least they're not doing the roof today or doing your AC install in the room.
Yeah, well, that's all done, thank goodness. So, you know, as we've lived through all that and more as I've remodeled the studio, we've remodeled the house. Chomper said patches coming soon. Don't know which side.
Yeah. Vosh said, that's just like your opinion, man. Yeah, you might as well give Vosh a white Russian, or is that a Caucasian? Hmm.
The Caucasian Russian? Yeah, let's see. I noticed that Chris was in here in Universe chat when we came in and I made my announcement. So let's see what's been
Yeah.
going on in Universe chat since we got here.
Here, might as well
At,
scroll
if,
all the way back to log in, because Chompers has been active all for a bit. So since I logged in, let's see where the first message is. Was 11:44 with, by the way, I'm still working on some event buffs that will create a temporary shrine-like buff for event attenders.
event attenders?
Like, all we need is more buffs, man. Followed by 11:45. I believe as we get closer on PvP balance, more PvP will happen again.
Speaking of which, yeah, we'll
Oh
get this
man.
first because
Yeah.
this is happening live. You know, like last few minutes here, folks. So latest on what's going on.
Yeah.
But there's some commentary to your question yesterday over on the Tweeterverse, so we'll get to that here in just a
Oh,
couple
there
minutes.
was. Did we want to go with the rest of Chomper's
Oh yeah,
messages in the universe?
absolutely. Since we're right
Because
here,
at 11:47, he was replying to Dax. Don't know what the question was because that's too far to scroll.
I'm looking.
I
In the,
understand, but I have to focus on the mini again for any harm done. BT, I'm looking into Mez change, but that sounds bugged. Speaking of bugged, I'm just on for final test, about to push this patch live. So patch incoming.
yeah, you got to be careful, Bridge Troll. You say one thing and they interpret the other. You know, is like when we asked them to increase the limit on the number of scrolls we can get. They took that as, let's just make a batch of 12 recipe instead of just increasing the freaking limit. So you got to be very careful on how you word things. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
and I can see why Bridge Troll's opinionated, because he's in the heat of this conversation.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the next comment because there's all kinds of back and forth about things. 11:54, Tython. Shh! Don't get them started again. Changes. What
Bridge
else do we
Troll
have?
very opinionated in there today, so I can understand where he's coming from.
Couple minutes before the show, 11:58, Dagnus produce sale prices should have increased to push more players to player economy. I expect that the sale price droppings were unexpected side effect. Did you not read your own patch notes?
Probably
where
not.
Someone reduced the sell price?
Yeah.
And then there's a plan somewhere to have 2 new skills per tree. And Chompers replies, at least 2 in 1 completely new tree that I think we'll be able to talk about soon. And that was right before we went live.
An announcement from that last guy.
Yeah, and then Chris disappeared because he's got to go publish stuff. And I think that was it.
So, Bridge Troll, since you're opinionated today, what was the main topic that you guys were talking about and hitting on that got you a little riled up this morning, whatever it is where you're watching? Yes, I love free shit because we got to open up that giveaway.
Yeah, on both sides.
Got to
We need
open
to.
up those giveaways. Giveaways are now open.
It's open. It's open now. It's open now. So Tina, Serenia, exclamation mark! I love free shit.
The sellers are pissed and we're complaining about the losses. Okay, interesting.
Well, anybody selling to the vendors are the ones complaining about the losses.
Yes. Now, this has been a topic we've been touching on this and hitting on it since Friday when the changes, actually Thursday when the changes came out. And there was surprise that, again, did you not read the patch notes that while the buy prices were increased, the sell prices were reduced? And as you see in Universe,
we only learned about that on the patch notes and no previous announcement, unlike
right. But
some of it.
The announcement that this patch was going to increase prices, next patch the vendors were going bye-bye. You should have been making plans to find other means to begin with anyway. So if you have to suffer for this 4 weeks with no prices, maybe you should find out and start putting those feelers out, because next month you ain't going to have one to sell to. So you're either going to be holding the bag or a whole bunch of resources that you're either going to have to consume over time or find a way to sell them elsewhere.
You're going to have something.
Well, yeah, is you got to go the player vendor route, or buy orders, find people who are buying.
Oh, Lily didn't like that.
Tina, yes, understandable, but as we pointed out, and we'll go ahead and take a walk over here. While all vendors are not going away, this vendor will not be basically here anymore, right? That's basically, if you're not going to be buying and selling these, then this whole vendor technically either has to sell something else or disappear if they're not buying and selling these products. Or you just, they're still going to sell seeds, but the point being that the vendor is no longer going to buy it. Whether the vendor disappears or not and they change it up, the vendor is no longer going to buy it. So, the
vendor's going to be doing something, man.
Yes. It can stand there empty. Yes. Again, seeds are still going to be sold. Buckets of water will still be sold. Cinnamon bark, I don't know if that's going to be sold. Hose will be sold. I don't think there's a way to grow nuts yet, so nuts will be sold. No way to grow tomatoes, so tomatoes will be sold. Or is there tomatoes growth? I forget if we have tomato plants. So yes, we do have tomatoes. Yeah, so we can grow those. So there will still be a couple items that they'll sell, but again,
okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of that. Like this guy right here, he's there for ambiance. He's not a Jack the Lamplighter, and so is Dorothy here, and so is Midge the cat. That's your ambiance characters. Marisol over there by the meat vendor.
Yep, Whiskers, the other cat.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it's we're dealing with so much that it's like, if you think about the design, I kind of like my I mean, it was my idea, so it is something that it's like, okay, do something, so that way you make the actual economy player driven, but it gives players an outlet to sell to NPCs, and other players can go back and purchase from them those goods that are indirectly from another player. Yeah, and Bridge Troll blames Econdis for something.
300 bits. Well, Econdis' fault.
And Econdis, yes, that did happen. And then I'm getting text messages, and I got to figure out what they are. Okay.
Well, for that, Bridge Troll's going to get himself a copy of Inquisitor Deluxe Edition. Inquisitor Deluxe Edition for his 300-bit donation. And reminder, today is the last day to get in 500 bits or a sub to get in on tomorrow's supporter race. So don't forget, today is the last day. If you got those free subs from Amazon, go ahead and use them. Yeah, perfect game for your attitude today. And that's deluxe edition, $4.99 on Steam.
I need a perfect game for my attitude today. Oh man. Yeah.
But let's jump on out to the Tweetiverse.
So you're saying that there was a solid reply to my request for
I don't know if I would call it a solid reply, but there was a reply nonetheless. But let's do today's tweet, and then let's do the last couple tweets, and then we'll jump back to that topic.
Okay. So, couple tweets 16 hours ago. Chris, just heard about a login burp. Looks like our Amazon box for the website of things had a brief issue that is resolved in a matter of minutes. Sorry for the scare.
If you happen to catch it, as I did, it was really weird because none of the servers' website were responding. They were getting errors, and shroudedavatar.com forums map was working for some odd reason. I don't know why. Maybe just because
on a different host.
I don't know. Maybe just it was a different trunk. But for a brief few minutes, all that stuff was unavailable. But yes, it did fix itself very quickly and came back. So most of you were unaffected by it because y'all don't sit there and live on the website like I do.
Well, I mean, there's websites that I live on, but shroudedavatar.com is not one of them.
I've always got the latest alerts open, and usually the main page open just for shits and giggles. Why I don't know, but the alerts I have just to keep up. So when I see something pop up in email, I can just pop on over there and go, oh, okay, let me read this.
And don't forget ! I love free shit on both streams.
That's right.
So that way we can do something. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Isn't that Bible discussion and something else there, Bridge Troll?
Bible.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Man, I did share a conversation that I had with Laz yesterday. Someone messaged me with the glorious name of fuckholes. But yeah. I mean,
Buckholes has just started a conversation with you.
Yeah, it's like, what? Huh? Okay, sure. Like, I'll engage in that conversation.
Got my attention.
Yeah. Got something. I know, exactly. Let's see. Okay.
Self-identity is important. That's right. Knowing your values, priceless.
Yeah.
And then just 4 hours ago.
And 4 hours ago, Chris finally has a ship date to receive an AMD processor so he can try and reproduce the AMD stability issue some have reported. Hopefully it should be set up and ready to test by the end of next week.
I hope he got an AMD with an AMD video card, because otherwise, you're not gonna. Yeah.
You know what the real question is? Which processor did he get?
Yeah, well, that too. And again, I've had a love-hate relationship. I used to really dislike Intel, and then I liked AMD, and then after a while, AMD and their video cards had too many problems with the compatibility issues, so I switched over to the GeForce, and then when I switched to the GeForce, they were still compatibility issues with their chips, so I stuck with Intel's from then on, and that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
It's kind of like before AMD bought ATI. ATI was the big bloated drivers and everything else video card. And it was so much bloatware that it's like, hey, they might have had a solid video card, but so I stopped using ATI cards a long time ago. So I haven't had
All in one
And then I
there.
started doing NVIDIA, but now an NVIDIA driver update with the GeForce experience is like half a gig. It's
Yeah,
like, why?
but it's
Why?
painless.
Well, I wouldn't really call it painless because if you want to use their
Tina,
GeForce,
I'll give you. And again, I still use the new Nvidias. I'm referring again back to the time when Nvidia bought ATI and all that stuff. There was a lot
yeah,
of problems back then. And again, I'll buy an Nvidia card most days. But myself and many others had a very bad experience with the Titans playing games. Their compatibility with games for $1,000 video card was really fucked up. Sorry, but it was at several games, but it seems to be mostly a Unity issue again. So combination, but when Unity is one of the main platforms running games out there, and you're having problems being compatible with one of those main platforms, we have a problem. So again,
yeah,
uh, yeah. So again, that's just one of the things that comes with the territory. But again, there's always been some quirks with AMD, across the board, in my opinion. And so I just want to make sure that he's going to be doing AMD with AMD. That's all.
hey, but let's go back to my question about the full loot test.
Now
Oh,
is actually the Titan actually is just it's a piece of the paperweight
garbage.
these days. Yeah, it's a paperweight. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
server side patch says nope.
my $279 1660 tie is just worth about $780 these days. I'm thinking about maybe selling that and buying a new one. Yeah,
So, did you look at the in-game announcement in that server side patch?
I did not, because I was looking at
So
something else.
we
60 minutes.
new patches out and servers rolling shouldn't be booted for an hour if you're in the middle of things. The funny thing is, and also patch notes updated on the website with full details.
Full details.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you want to go read the patch notes, or do we want to talk about
Now,
PvP?
I just want to jump back over, and I know I switched out of there too soon. Let's jump back to turning off ransom and expand on this one, because this is where Jack.
All right. So full loot test, but Morgathis is like, but with the little interest in PvP, this will only benefit a certain groups of players, which will make them even more powerful. At the same time, widening the gaps even more. My 2 cents. I hate to disagree with you, Morgathis, but
Give me a
it
reason to PvP
incentivizes.
like full loot, and maybe you'll see me in PvP. How about that? How
Yeah,
about more people would come because of the fact that that is a reality? See,
exactly. And
we, let's agree to
if you know
disagree on that one.
if
Yes,
you know that
absolutely.
PvP is full loot, you're not going to be running around out there with all your best gear, or you might, um, with the potential of losing it all. Um,
Yeah,
options,
if you're
man.
foolish enough,
Yeah. Um,
we want elite skeleton armor clad robed PvPers out there with
yeah.
the sword and the shield and magic.
Yeah. Um, and Vespers, I've actually been in like PvP zones for hours at a time where no one else shows up.
Yeah.
Because why? They don't care.
And last comment.
Last comments. Awesome. That will also go well with the new adjusted values on combined artifacts. Just realized in PvP zones, I'd been running around with 700k of gear up for grabs just from my normal lock to inventory crafting rings. And Vesper is like, yeah, had some
I'm not even
ransoms go
seeing
over
that.
30k again.
Show additional replies. Okay, I didn't see those.
Yeah.
What about a PvP only currency to buy good crafting materials such as mossy handles, artifact
Yeah.
bonuses?
You know what? It's like the you have to incentivize people for PvP,
Yes.
and it's it's one where some guilds were like, hey, we're gonna create a military, and then we're gonna like police areas for PvPers and things like that. There's no incentive for people to PvP. You need
Take
that
over control
faction system.
points.
You
Yeah.
need purpose, and you need it to be game affecting. Otherwise, why? Yeah. But yes.
There's Bridge Troll giving away a game key to the public. So whoever grabbed that first.
And Chris
Did you already have a copy of that, or what was the story? Just not something that interests you?
Maybe he doesn't want the Epic Fail League.
It looked fun. I haven't played that one myself, so
I don't have the time.
he had it. Yeah.
Yeah. But 7 minutes ago, Chris did tweet out new big patch out. Patch notes are here. Some big fixes and big changes, including the temporary removal of ransom. Ooh. You ready for some patch notes? Patch notes.
I guess so. I gotta go refresh that as well.
Yeah.
Let's hit refresh.
1374.
Holy crap, Batman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Out in Highvale outskirts, they fixed an issue where a large boulder was blocking access to some tunnels. And Brittany Graveyard work for Lost Players area. The curtains in Northwood Manor no longer sort incorrectly. They fixed an animation playing twice when dismounting. Buffs for party members will no longer show unless they are targeted. This can be re-enabled in the interface, user interface.
That kills me.
What?
Well,
this can be re-enabled in
you know what we had queued up before this. Maybe we should just stop what we're doing and go to what we had queued up.
That QA testing directive that was posted yesterday afternoon.
Go test this on QA. It was just posted yesterday. And boom, here it is in a patch. Oh my God, I thought we weren't going to do that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So
there it is, folks.
When in a party and remember, those comprehensive patch notes are supposed to include pictures of things and other things that.
I don't think he ever said pictures.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know.
We could go back to it. Yeah.
Yes, Bridge Troll. Sad but true that we have to. Well, not that we have to, but that we have a area like that. But we have lost players, and I'm very happy to see what they do to commemorate and do share a little space in the in-game graveyard for that cause. So
yeah,
someday we'll all be there.
Yeah, and that setting in the user interface should offer a modest performance improvement in busy party combat situations. I would have liked if the QA test directive had included things like, we need you to go into a party, check your frame rate, your frames per second before, after, and during enabling it.
Yeah, Ridge Troll, I was going to make a comment on that as well. Looks like low-hanging fruit meets yesterday's commentary these days.
What about low hanging fruit?
Next tick on the
The
list.
crafting stations now be able to be placed on other items such as castle walls.
Yeah, which is something that Ridge Troll just recently asked for. It says, hey, I got these castle walls. I really can't do anything with them. And, it's perfect place for crafting stations. And bam, there it is.
Especially when
So,
you have those little rooms that they could go in.
and some of them, yeah, absolutely. But personally, is I've always looked at crafting stations being, someplace that isn't on ground level, just a little annoying. Got to go to my basement to craft? No. Got to go upstairs to craft? No. Got to go indoors to craft? No. Just outdoors, ground level always seemed like the right thing to me. Just
right outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say I see a performance difference between it being on the wall behind me or being in a basement. Truth be told, I mean, we got crafting stations right back there, and yeah. Let me see if
Hey
I can
man,
get that.
I just set up a craft and walk away for 10 minutes and do other things.
He goes and plays some pew pew, pew pew, pew pew.
Yeah, I wish. I wish I had the time.
Well, you used to be able to do that. Now he's on the laptop.
Now I got laptop here, laptop there. Okay, and then okay. Ransom has been disabled for this release while a bug is addressed, and balance is re-evaluated because Shroud math.
Full loot, full loot,
full loot, man, full loot. You've done every single other test. We've never had full loot in Shroud. That would be hilarious if he enables full loot and the number of PvPers doubles or triples, but then there's always going to be one person complaining. Three people complain about losing stuff because they didn't know it was full loot. Yeah, that would be nice too. A special scene with full loot and all the resources in the world, so that way you have a reason to go hunt there and fight there. Ooh.
They were on to something with the Shard Falls, but is the
the PvP scenes were supposed to have more resources than any other scene, and they were supposed to have special resources as
high-end resources, absolutely, which they do have some of the higher tier resources, but I wouldn't go mining out there. You can get some good wood out in a couple of those areas, unlike the Boundless Forest.
Yeah, the South Boundless Forest with 4 trees that you can harvest.
Yeah. But everybody knows where to go get good wood cheap now, right? You go out to the High Vale outskirts to the newbie area, and there's all that new wood that they added that you can just sit there, right, circling the newbie area nonstop.
Tina wants to be PvP for crafting. I didn't misread that.
Well, see, again, Tina, that then becomes one of the reasons why you would move your crafting indoors or underground, so that you can lock your basement or lock your doors. But
and hide.
If you want to get the benefits of being PvP flagged, there's got to be some consequences. It's got to have something, and that would be part of the consequence. Just again.
Well,
the way
as soon as like you can like put secret doors and secret traps inside of like your dungeon, and then you create your own little secret path to your crafting area.
You can do that. Because you could easily. It would be nice if there was a secret door that that we could do, but you can easily do a 2 or 3 story basement and just wall off the stair area So you just have to
Well, I
move the
mean,
wall every time you go in and out. Yeah, but
then the secret door would have to be triggered by like a specific sequence of events that you could program and design, so that way you don't have to like include clues.
Or there's the one basement with the invisible two-way. Yeah.
So how about this one? Most taming skills will advance more slowly, though not require more experience.
Yeah. You didn't get it done yesterday. Get her done. You missed out.
Necropolis Barons fixed an issue where Drabropos would request a dead body and not provide a reward. Out in Spectral Mines, they added piles of gore to the Arch Lapin Cave to provide additional means for players to obtain the bones for the Arch Lapin quest, the Death Bunny. And the saddlebags withstand, they fixed an LOD issue with legs. I would really like to report LOD issues with everything in the game. Optimize your LODs. Slightly raised top of collision mesh for the grave marker obelisk. The icon for voice training was added. Fixes for dozens of erroneous error messages that could hinder performance.
So the error messages themselves were spamming and causing performance issues. Makes sense.
Yep. Update to object loading that should improve loading performance of deco in player-owned towns. Mounts can now be used from inventory even if locked.
Nice.
And they added a new rune for the replacement farmhouse ale quest item. Was tested. This resolves the entire issue from this quest in Owl's Head. Man, Owl's Head quests are still being fixed.
Well, yeah.
4.5 years later.
Look what they did to the Clink. I didn't think
they
the
completely
Clink
broke the Clink.
Yeah, I didn't think the Clink needed any more fixing. It was pretty cool the way it was, but
yeah, they completely broke the Clink. The funny part was for Simon hanging in the cage and you had to jump to talk to him, and it was kind of problematic. The easy solution would have been to add a little piece of wood that you could walk on, but instead they turned a little plank that you could move and place there to walk on it to get close enough to talk to him and grab the key. Instead, they put him down with the bear.
The bear is no longer there.
Then they move the bear, and then it's like changed the entire design, changed every single mob in there, changed some of the design of it. It's like, yeah, broke it.
It broke.
Yeah. Where am I at? Update to objects loading that should improve performance of Deco. I already read that. Added a new rune for that. Shadow Bears and Shadow Wolves now have a small chance to drop the artifact helm for their species. Ooh. Remove the Helm of the Wolf Spirit from non-wolf loot tables.
Makes sense.
Created the Wolf Destroyer artifact and removed generic Destroyer loot table from the Destroyer Wolves, and added this helmet in similar drop frequencies to related items on other Destroyer creatures. For instance, the Destroyer Bear and the Helm of the Bear Spirit added small chances for tier 10 and above wolves to also drop this helmet. Shouldn't that helmet be a player crafted item?
I would think.
Because do you know of any wolves or bears that wear helmets?
I didn't know they were capable of making helmets.
You didn't know they could?
Yeah.
Well, with their paws and their lack of opposable thumbs,
bears.
mastered the ability to craft. And Tina did say war bears, not were bears, but we definitely need were animals in game as well.
A war bear. Okay.
Yeah. Removed the helm of the stag. This is going to be lots of things about that. Helm of the Stag from dropping on the inappropriate creature types now only drops on tier 10 stags such as the Noble Stag and Tanglemire. Also ensured that the Obsidian Stag drops only Obsidian Stag carcasses and at a comparable rate to other Obsidian creature drops.
Nice.
Both
Needed some loving.
Both varieties of the Obsidian Boar now only drop Obsidian Boar carcasses, and
Nice
at levels
again.
similar to the Obsidian Bear carcass drop rates. The generic Destroyer artifacts have been removed as a child table from the Razorback Destroyer, which featured artifacts related to other animal types. A new child table has been created specifically for Destroyer boars and attached. All specific helms have been removed since there is not yet a boar helm artifact, but the generic tamer items received a significant chance increase to compensate.
Interesting.
And then I have a kitty that's asking for pets down below me. I thought it was Tyrion for a
I
second.
need pets. I need pets.
It is Lily. I thought it was Tyrion the way he was just like rubbing up against my legs. Let's see. Fixed one artifact excessive bear loot table, created a destroyer artifact loot table. Did I already read that? Whatever.
No,
Al said
they're all about the same though. Yeah. So
yeah. Al said they reconnected Farmhouse Ale to Morton and his quest to obtain a drink. And when converting the item previously known as Farmhouse Ale to a looted item known as Satyr Spirits, Morton and Al's Head no longer had a valuable quest item for his quest. A new version of the Farmhouse Ale with generic stats has been added to Thomas Strongboard's available items for sale, and once again, players can treat Morton to a Farmhouse Ale. Still needs one patch from Keith to complete the fix.
So it's fixed, but it's not fixed.
Partially fixed. Still
Fixed,
needs one
but
more
it's not
thing for it
fixed.
to actually be functional. And fixed an issue with belts missing from recipe classifications.
Very interesting. Interesting changes. So that negates all the rest of the stuff that we had for today. So we're out of here now.
Yeah, we don't have anything else other than PvP discussions.
Well, again, as we were going to comment on the testing directives and tell you all to get out there and go do some of this testing, but apparently, less than 24 hours on the QA is more than enough testing, so we're patching it live. No problem. Let's go to always get tag value.
Oh man!
Because this was something that was brought up with the selling of items, the merchant changes, and all this that was going on as well. And I thought something worthy of tossing out there and seeing if what people thought of what Bergen's got to say out here.
Yeah, all NPC merchants always pay the displayed value for items, especially now that the value has been significantly reduced on many items. I also want to add that only getting 80% of the displayed value for an item, which is already at most 1/10 of what an NPC would charge for that item, is one of the more unappealing aspects of Soda. Even though I understand, yet tag value should match vendor value for that specific type of item. So anything that you would sell to the blacksmith should be that appropriate item. Everything else, he should say, dude, this isn't really my gig, but you know what? I'll take this much for it.
Well, yeah, go ahead and finish, and then we'll go take a walk over to Theo and see exactly what we're talking about here, because I thought that was pretty much the case. So we'll delve into this.
Yeah, let's bring up your inventory. get my inventory back here.
Yeah.
And let's go to equipment, and let's just scroll down to some vendor trash.
I don't think I got any
All
on
these
me.
longbows, right? Where the value is 150. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't have any vendor trash on me, so hand me some.
Okay. So I will trade you some.
Just a couple. I've got 7. No, somebody saw my royal scepters as I was scrolling by.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Giving you the good torch. Okay. So some vendor trash for you.
All right.
Okay, so let's go talk to our favorite blacksmith right over here. So you see like the bows that they have that value of 150.
Right.
But whenever you come to your vendor, and remember this is the vendor, the blacksmith that actually pays the most according to people. So if I need to go find my longbows, here, I'm just going to sort it by price. Screw this. Oh, imagine that price filter doesn't work.
Do by weight.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, item name.
Right. Okay. So I see what you're saying. The sort of the wands, which should be 25 gold pieces, are only getting 10 or 8. Not
Yeah.
even. Well, it's based on the durability. Again, based on the durability. If the person wants to spend the time to repair those, he can get full price for them.
No, you can't. You don't get.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. We should go test that theory.
Like I've got I've got a repair kit. Let's see, consumable, carpentry, longbow. Can I repair that way? No, I can't. Damn it. I hate the repair process. It doesn't make sense. Drag it onto the item that you want to repair. It's like, I can't because I can't see 2 inventories at the same time.
Sure you can.
How?
You open another window.
How do you open up another window?
Well, see, I have my repair kits in another bag, so I just open up the other bag, and then I can go back over here and do exactly what we're talking about.
But I can't repair it. But you
Let's
don't.
see.
There's no way to get that longbow back up to that value of 150.
Let's see. I'm going to try the longbow, or should I try the wands? I'm going to try the because the wand's got less of a.
Yeah.
So I repaired the wand all the way up to a full 23 or 23. Let's see what the price is now.
Okay, so is it a lesser wand?
Yes.
So the value should be 25.
So it's basically half price, 12. Half price and a little less. So not 1/10, half the price. Okay, so that, you know.
But if it's the dirt, I mean, you had to spend more scrolls, more cost in order to repair it.
Well, that depends on where you got those scrolls from. If you're out there wandering around a lot, you get a lot of those for nothing because they're loot in the loot tables.
Yeah, I'm aware that they're loot in the loot tables, and players can also craft them. Which should they be loot tabled if players should be crafting them?
Well, that's been our stance. If it's craftable, it shouldn't be in the loot table. We shouldn't have any alchemy items in there. Shouldn't have any scrolls in there. None of the potions, anything that's craftable by players should not be loot.
Yeah.
Very simple. But slow baby steps, as you noticed in today's patch notes. Quite a few things getting changed.
Yep, and now we're down to the 30-minute warning for that instance.
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about is wish list. That's that's exactly the topic we're talking about. Yesterday's post from him.
Yep. But yeah,
That's okay.
needs to be addressed. Definitely needs to would incentivize players, get rid of some vendor trap. But Vesper, I got to work after this, man.
Vespa
Actually,
Soda.
yeah,
Didn't change his name.
yeah, yeah. And Vesper, um, as long as I get to do that 5-stack of something before we start the fight,
He's gonna need 30 seconds to get ready. So yeah, that's how that
that's
works.
a minute. That's a minute for that cast, dude. Not 30 seconds, a minute. Yeah. But yeah.
So thoughts on that? You guys and gals think that NPC should pay the displayed price, or do you think that the factoring in of its
Well, if you're going to factor in durability, you have to start from whatever the maximum durability is.
you should start at the full price and then penalize for maximum durability, not start at
Yeah.
half price and then penalize. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah, and instead of starting because you're wasting money in order to resolve those things.
Vesper is very confident. He says, "Yeah, you can 6-stack. Take 5 minutes." Awful confident of himself. I think I would take that bet too.
And awesome. I guess I'm going to be getting another bonus real soon.
Sweet. Marguerite, chiming in out there. How you doing, Marguerite? Been a while. The price should be an accurate reflection of what the item will actually sell for, not some fantasy price. Well, I tell you what, I watch a lot of reality stuff. I watch Pawn Stars a lot. You'll notice on Pawn Stars, if somebody's asking $500 for something, their first offer is usually half price, $250. So
you know what? I can give you $100 for that. I'm sorry, man.
So I don't think that it's a fantasy that he's offering you half price to begin with.
Yeah.
If you look at most of their sales, usually it's about half price, kind of. Sometimes they'll really go lowball and it's something that's but.
And actually, Marguerite did kind of nailed it. The price listed in your inventory should reflect the sell price to the vendor.
So
that way you're not sitting there looking at different things. Otherwise, bartering with NPCs could actually be based off of your virtue in certain vendors. They should take different virtues.
I'm trying to think. I remember at least one game, but for the life of me, I can't recall what it was, where you could actually barter with, and you would just click the button and it would say barter, make an offer.
Ultima?
But was it actually Ultima where you could barter?
Yeah, some of the Ultimas you could barter in.
Okay, yeah. As that's why it was familiar. So it didn't always work, but you could.
Yeah, Morrowind may have also had it. Neverwinter Nights probably had it. But you end up with, if you tie it to in-game systems.
Yeah, so again, there's been many games where you could do this, but I remember playing a couple is what I'm saying. I just couldn't recall which ones I played that we could do that in.
But your skill in that system needs to be better defined. So since there's 3 virtues, they would actually have to add additional mechanics as to what's going to affect your virtue. Right now, it's just super easy to gain all of your virtue for everything. And the easiest one to lose is truth, because you can lie to NPCs and you can min-max NPCs all day long with just by going up to them and lying about your name. But like courage and love, much harder to do, which means that you need more elements in game that would affect those virtues. And so in order to give that bonus, some of those vendors would have to have a dark side, some of them would be light side, and then which virtue are they associated with?
We have a lively conversation going on in chat here. I'm just getting a good laugh out of it.
Let's see. What is QFG? Quest for Glory. Okay, yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I loved it.
I never played Quest for Glory.
Yeah, neither did I. Neither did I.
Heroes Quest originally? I may have played Heroes Quest. I can't remember.
Anyway.
But yeah.
Moving right along. TikTok.
Better design for systems and more inclusion.
Absolutely. Okay. Lots that can be done, and believe me, we're an abundance of ideas as game players as well as you guys, and we like to look at what people like Bergen put out there and debate the merits of those ideas, because a lot of the ideas that you guys in the community come up with are pretty great ideas, and we'd like to see a lot of them implemented. But we'd also like to see full loot PvP one day, hopefully. So. Maybe we keep the pressure on. We'll get that test and see whether it has any effect or not. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you that if you're looking for information, you can go out to the NBNN Shroud Avatar community calendar page and check out what's going on, upcoming events, and all sorts of other good stuff. And if you've got a calendar you want attached, let me know. I'll get it taken care of. But meanwhile, you've been tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack. Make sure you're raffled up, because we're going to be pulling the mystery game keys here, and again, last day to get in. If you got those free Amazon Prime subs, use them on our streams today. Get yourself in on tomorrow's supporter race.
That's right. Get in.
And of course, thanks to all of you for keeping us here for the last 6+ years, bringing you the news 5 days a week, inside and outside Shroud Avatar. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to go check out Black Rock Cove. Located over in the Quell region near the town of Exeter, conveniently located next to the mines that you want to be near. Check out guild vendors for rock-solid pricing across the board. Never wonder what you're going to pay. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock. Shroudmusic.com for ABC files, whether you want to get some to get started or you want to share some of your creations with the rest of the community. Go to shroudmusic.com. And Shroud Marketplace, the place to go for all your virtual vendable goods. People put things on there years ago that never happen anymore. And when you tell them that it's up to them to remove the events, they have no clue and just shrug. Yes, I know. That's why we tell people to constantly update their fucking calendars. And while I do have control over whether they're viewable or not, I leave them there because, again, occasionally we get good ones like, Bobby's dental appointments and stuff like that. So it's fun to see people mess them up over time too.
Like some of them are like 4B, where it's like they came back, they did an event, and then they left.
And sometimes people do use those when they come back. So,
but it is one where. Did anyone call John yet? Wait, is that on the calendar today? I do see payday is on the calendar for tomorrow.
Let's see. Yeah, see, smart. See, somebody's got payday. Yeah, so it's always fun to check out the calendar.
Oh yeah,
we can find out who's getting paid tomorrow because they're putting it on the wrong calendar.
Yeah, it's like I'm surprised someone didn't put like rent is due.
I'm sure we'll see it one of these days. Shower. Absolutely.
Shower day.
But meanwhile, we got to get ready to wrap things up. Make sure you're raffled up. as we get ready to get out of here, got to give a shout out to Bridge Troll today for 300 bits. Thank you for blaming Econdas. Love you, man. And of course, thank you all for joining us. So let's go ahead and close out these giveaways. See what we've got, who we've got for a winner. You're not all raffled up. Too late.
Buzzkill wants everybody to know that shower day is the first of the month.
First of the month. Okay. That time of the month?
Yep. And my winner on my side was Manacloth, who is going to be getting himself a copy of F1 2019 Legends Edition.
F1 2019 Legends Edition?
Yeah.
That's funny. You know why? Because that Blosick is getting himself a copy of F1 2018 on my side. Congratulations to Blosick. F1 2018. Let's see what that's worth on Steam. Let's see what he got himself. Value $24.99 value. Congratulations to Blosick. And of course, thanks again to everybody for joining us. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. Patch up, and we'll see you all. Yeah, don't forget the patch. See y'all.
I'm going to leave it open and see if I actually get kicked from the game.
There you go. You will.
Bye.
Bye-bye, folks.